that is our D&D. Good to see everyone here. XSplit will listen to my button clicks. We'll start this. Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles, Season 1, Episode 34. We are at the end of the first chapter of our story. Let us get our wonderful mugs up on the screen here, as XSplit is throwing me for a loop, and then I will make their mics hot. They being the players, the Ontario crew. Where is Ahmed's face? Give me a second. I've lost Ahmed. Why is there no Ahmed? Oh, because Ahmed's not here. Okay. Alright. Okay. I got distracted by all the subs and resubs and gifts and forgot to put our faces into it. Your mics are now hot.
Ahmed got too excited and he blue screened.
Okay.
I told him to check his IP address, and his response to check your IP address was "mother" spelled with an A and a bunch of dots. So.
Thanks, Wither. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're at a couple months away from where I have to figure out where to stick like entire campaigns worth of games, like all the Legends files, Demon Watch. Holy crap!
Dread and Circus.
Dread and Circus. Enter the Dungeon. Yeah, all the campaigns are sitting on hard drives, and they need to go somewhere. I've priced out a couple of external hard drives, and I'm going to put them on the shelf like books. And then I need something that... Basically, if I do that, then I'm going to have to refresh the files every few years to make sure that things have not degraded. Yeah, so there's a whole project that is looming, I'd say, about 6 months out, where Marty's going to have to deal with the hard drives filled with our lovely, lovely games and prune a bunch of the files and that sort of thing. So, yeah, I appreciate that, Wither. All right. How's everyone doing? Haven't seen you guys in about a week and a half.
I'm on holidays now, so I'm good.
You know what? Once I heard Mark was taking holidays, I'm like, figured out a way for me to take the next 2 weeks off. So yeah, after tomorrow, I have 2 weeks off.
there's going to be some games. I'm not saying it's going to be Grimstone, but it's going to be a game or something.
Right. Ahmed, your mic is hot.
Fix the IP address.
Okay, good.
So these guys are taking vacation. My work is currently the opposite of a vacation, so I've got some stuff that's like, it's not possible to do this within the deadlines. Yeah, but we need it to be done before the deadline. It's like, but it can't be done before the deadline. Well, yeah, but could you get this done before the deadline? Could you try really hard? And then this other thing that isn't on yours, well, we have a deadline.
Standard work week. Sounds like
so. I have time booked. It just doesn't happen to coincide with the time. I will get as much as I can in, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
So yeah. So for me, I went through the roller coaster ride of trying to buy a house. A really nice house opened up in my hometown, and I was going to buy some property. And by the time I got my financing in order, an offer was made on such house, and somebody bought it. And so we're back to the drawing board there. That's basically the last week. And then I got really mad that somebody had bought it. Like I was so pumped to like owning a home, and then it didn't quite work out. So we'll try again at some point in the future when something really good pops up again. We'll try again. Yeah, that was a week. Where I didn't do DM prep because I was trying to deal with Banks. My homage to Banks in the last game of Banks suck was...
I was texting Marty in the background going, so those banks, hey, this is Marty's reassured banking, because it's like those bankers were unrelenting.
Wither, thanks, man. Appreciate your support,
sir.
Oh yeah, banks suck. What else? I watched a really fun fantasy movie called Double World. It's got a horrible title, but it is a really fun fantasy world that was recommended by Adam, I believe. There was some. It had D&D all over it. Like you could be like, you're like, oh, that guy's evil and this guy's lawful neutral. And
One of
I enjoyed
the
it. Yeah.
movies I've seen this year that was made this year.
Yep.
And it's not even there. At this point, there is no contest for me. Like it's, I've been watching. I watched Conan the Barbarian, and it was amazing. It was the greatest.
Magnus the Barbarian.
I don't know who this Magnus person is.
Kids do.
I found Schwarzenegger movies hold up. They just do. They just do.
They do what's on the cover.
Yes.
I want to see a guy kill a bunch of dudes.
However, I have gone and watched some old Chuck Norris movies. I'm gonna get some hate for this, but not so much. Not so much.
Yeah.
This is. I would agree with this. I'm
But
a
you're
Van
very
Damme
Chuck Norris.
guy, and those don't hold up as well either. They have some issues. But although I have to say, Twins.
Okay, yeah, there's some bad ones. Like
not very good, and it wasn't very good. It's still not very good.
Yeah. Last Action Hero, you can skip that.
That was one where it's like, we watched it. I'm like, this is a lot longer than I remember, because in my brain I like shortened the movie to like the highlights. It's like, this was pretty good. There was this, and they jumped out, they ran in the world. And they're like, oh my god, it's the real world. Oh, I'm bleeding. Why is this happening? Why doesn't the car explode? But there's like an hour and a half before they get to the cool part.
Yeah, there's some movies from that time period of like late 90s that held up really well. Like you could go back and watch Demolition Man and go, holy fuck, that's somewhat prophetic.
And it's still a good movie.
Right. Yeah.
Still a good movie.
I always liked Assassins.
Stallone movies are like Schwarzenegger movies.
Yeah.
All the Stallone movies hold up pretty well, including the bad ones, like including the
Cobra.
I like Cobra.
I like Cobra. Don't make fun of Cobra.
All right, good. That was a test.
Cobra has Mr. Happy, who is my favorite. Like they went and said, "Hey guy, I want you to be a villain." It's like, no.
That
I'm going up to 11. Just be like where he's like sweating in the dark room with the underlip, sharpening the knife, going, "I'm the bad guy." Well, yeah, fuck it, that's the bad guy right there. It was in the townhouse with Christian. We watched Cobra, and then we labeled him Mr. Happy, and then that was just like the meme inside the house was Mr. with that guy. That villain is Mr. Happy. That's how villainous that villain is.
That's funny.
Yeah, Tango and Cash was another good one.
Yeah.
I like the James Bond movies too. Yep.
All right, I forgot where we're at. Are we still doing the what'd you do last week?
Oh, we're not playing a game anymore. We're just gonna chat.
Are we still doing that? Like have we gone around the table? Ahmed, what'd you do?
I'm good. I'm good. Nothing really.
Okay, all right.
Same old. Still in the house.
Yeah, I fucking yes. I am. I am tired of this. But it continues.
All right, I'm just throwing in chat the picture of Mr. Happy. There's the 3 stages of Mr. Happy. He's just the most villainous villain.
Drakester, 32 months, man. Tier 2 sub. Thank you very much for your support. Very humbling tonight, guys.
Thank you very much.
It is, yeah. We still don't understand it.
Yeah. Apparently they like hanging out with us while we play D&D.
My own wife.
I
I told my wife, people have been watching us for like all like more than a year. And
No,
like
years.
Years. Well, I
Years.
said more than a year because I don't keep track of time well. And she
More
just
than one.
looked at me for like 5 seconds. She went, Why?
Even I
You're like, thanks for the support, honey.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you have my back.
can't. We have people watch us. You're like, that's good.
We've been streaming for almost 4 years now, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Legends was a year and a bit.
Yep.
Dude, I've been streaming for almost 100 pounds.
Me too.
Crazy.
I've been streaming for 2 kids.
I think Adam gave me about 30 of them.
It's called conservation of math.
Right.
Principle.
There's a conversion over the border and two worlds. All right. What a horrible name for a movie. Double World. It's like, what's going on? This is not.
I'm still waiting for the other world.
Right. Apparently there's going to be a sequel. It's going to be called Double World 2. And I would be super confused. Right. Last game was called The Calm Before. The party seeks the help of Coven of One to restore Dugan's wings. Agony and Cog train with Delthan Silverclaw. He is impressed with their progress. Capra visits with his uncle, who is deposed as the Briar-appointed leader of the Sylvan Acres. Sunny and Dee discuss the nature of Amadeus's curse. Randomly, thanks for the cheers, man. Desaad visits the Imperial Bank of Foundry under the guise of Zagan Belichick. The adventures of banking have now entered into the lexicon of our group. At the Steelrose Mill, the party deals with the regenerating foe that they have inadvertently brought back from Undertown, who almost killed Cog.
That was a fox associated with the point. Good job there.
The second time was easy.
Yep.
I didn't know. How was I supposed to know?
Yeah, the first time he was in the crowd.
Going, hey, look at this shit. Oh, look, there's a thing.
Slake, Dee, Cog, and Sunny spend time crafting. Capra spies upon a camp of hostile Fae and was spotted.
Oh.
Desaad spreads misinformation and lies in 4 neighborhoods. And this,
That was nice.
And this, mark my words, will have an effect on tonight's game. As the Parade of the Dead signals the end of the autumn season, grim forces descend upon the old stacks. I believe we left off with Cog out on patrol, running back to the Steelrose Mill, seeing these strange clusters of skeletons that have somehow found their way south of the wall. They should be with the parade, where they dredge up and gussy up a bunch of skeletal people of ancestors to honor those who had made their sacrifices long ago during the early times of Foundry's history. Cog, you run past them and you notice that there are 4 skeletons that are burning like torches. They are adorned with a mosaic of like shiny stones along their bones, and there are dressed up. I called them Totentants, which is the it means like dancing skeletons or dance of the dead skeletons. There are skeletons that are lashed or chained to the fiery skeletons, and the 4 skeletons that are standing around the 4 burning skeletons, for 16 in total, have heavy robes on and really big barrel chests. Like you're kind of confused why they seem so bulky in the middle. 1 or 2 barrel-chested skeletons, maybe, but like that lady's frame was not. She was not a barrel-chested person. You go running past them, and you can see one skeleton as you're running up these back stairs. I don't know if you're on the right map. We're on the outside of the mill.
Yeah, let me switch up there quick.
There is a staircase that leads up into the street, so you're basically running along these walkways, trying to get in through the pipes off to the side. So you'd run up the stairwell, and you were right here. At this point in time, something had struck the side of the Steelrose Mill This did indicate to everyone that something's going on. And Cog, you thought that you heard like the smack and kind of the clatter of like a catapult. You have been in war situations before, and something struck the side of the building with a large hollow metallic kind of like boom, and then there are pieces of barrel that are kind of falling. There was no explosion, but there's this now kind of like black fuzzy mass that is along the side of the building, and you notice that somebody is now screaming, and there's a screaming humanoid that has fallen off of the side of the mill and is kind of like hitting its head as it's coming down the mill. Other sounds you can hear, like the jostling of armor and people in surrounding neighborhoods, and also a distant sort of like squeaky wheel, like something heavy on a track, kind of grinding down the road from the east.
Might I ask a question?
Yes.
The screaming, is it like a warrior's charge scream, or is it like a guy dying in pain?
No, it's a guy dying in pain. Whatever that mass was, there was somebody climbing on the outside of the building who got enveloped by this mass and has now lost his footing and is now bouncing his way and kind of lands dead at the bottom, and you can see that part of the mass has stayed with him. And there is a dead, robed, and masked hobgoblin that has a bunch of like kukris and like grappling hooks and things that has just kind of tumbled off the side of the building. And there is a carpet of what look like giant ticks. They're about the size of the end of your pinky finger, but there's hundreds of them that are now dining upon his flesh and basically drinking blood from his corpse.
So the last thing we needed was ninjas as well. Perfect.
You kind of pause as you're like, oh shit, that something's falling off the side of the building. There is kind of a grumble from the heavens. There may be like a late autumnal storm coming in. Dee Dee, Dugan, and Sunny, you thought you heard the whistling sound. You guys are kind of a neighborhood away on the walls of the city, looking into the city, but you thought you heard like a whistling sound and like a big like boom, like a bell like sound when something hit something metallic back the way you came. Oh shit! You guys see two things from your vantage point along the wall. There is a veritable army of people with torches, singing and marching in the streets, coming from the west, headed towards the old stacks. And with a small crackle of lightning in the air, you see a silhouette of something standing on one of the stacks of your own home. It looks like a female form with great black wings like some angel standing in the darkness. And I'm going to put a token down.
Is it our savior angel?
Sure.
She's here to send us somewhere, that's for sure.
It will bring your soul to a place for your
that
right
is not a
punishments.
Angel, Marty. That's
I don't know. I'm thinking I could be safe. That would be the worst thing in the world.
We're gonna say the winged creatures are 2d4 rounds away from the combat when it begins. They are 3 rounds away, basically 3 rounds of running to be in the vicinity of the old stacks. That was a very good roll. So I'm just going to put down on the gigantic initiative list that Dee Dee, Sunny, who is currently in a bat form, please or in some flying animal form, please tick off one of your druid shapes. All right, and then Dugan Schmerf are basically away from home a little bit as they were enjoying the festivities of the Dance of the Dead.
We're a cutie patootie tiny little bat.
Cog, what are you doing?
Running the fuck inside.
You're trying to get inside. Okay, so I'm going to roll initiative for everyone. I'm going to use my random number generator.
Cool.
I'm just going to generate a big array of numbers, and I hopefully have enough of them. And I'll go to the initiative sheet. You know what?
There's so much.
I'm going to have to do this twice. Oh, no, I just had enough. Okay.
I was going to say, you could always knock something off the list, Marty.
I'm going to sort said list.
Oh, gosh.
All right, Duke and Schmurf, you have this really bad feeling that those people are not out for the Dance of the Dead. You have a bad feeling that you heard on the wind itself something about the five-faced god.
Okay.
They are coming directly from the heart of the flour mill neighborhood. And I'm going to show you what you can kind of see from afar. I'm going to put some tokens down.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to reveal this.
Which page? Which
And they're kind of marching.
We need more AoE.
somebody get a goddamn fireball.
Oh, crap. My God. Oh, my gosh.
There are rows of people with torches, and then like rabbles with pitchforks, and rows of people with torches and rabbles with pitchforks, and they are singing the praises of the five-faced god.
Amadeus climbs one of the stacks and starts ringing the bell.
All right, what is Dugenschmurf doing, Mark? And it looks like there are some.
Are we aware of the catapult?
Yeah, you heard. Well, you heard like a boom, like something struck a big metal building, and now you're thinking it might have been your building. You didn't see the missile because it wasn't like a flaming missile. You just heard it.
So he starts flying back to the mill.
Okay. I'm going to reset our DM points. There are those still in effect. There is still a floating villain point, which I've spent with this encounter.
This only cost one?
I'm fairly certain Mark and I accidentally spent a few.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I think that's fair.
Ahmed, you have a fortune point.
Oh. You guys keeping track of how Cog's doing? Is that the...
There's also a hero point for Cog to be a badass. There is a fortune point for Mark and a fortune point for Adam.
Thank you.
Marty, could I give some of my points to the members? Viewers?
What do you mean?
Like, I have... I can't really do that, can I? You're like, here, guys, give us some point. Like, I can't.
He's trying to turn his
No.
he's trying to money launder.
There's a hero point spent for Adam. I'm also going to spend a DM point to say that for this end of the adventure, because we've gotten to a really long part. There's a hero point for Marty and for Adam as well. Cool. I'm going to give a second hero point to each player.
Like an old-fashioned hero point.
And basically, you guys have 2 hero points for this portion of the adventure.
Remember, guys, 2 points to not get your character killed.
Thank you, Drakester.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
So the totals right now, Ahmed, you're sitting on a fortune point and 3 hero points. Adam, you're sitting on a fortune point and 2. I'm sitting on 2 hero points, and Mark is sitting on a fortune point and 2 hero points. This gives you, if you save it, 1 get out of jail,
Dead.
1 get out of dead card, or, the classic rerolls and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The forces that have been arrayed against you in a very dishonorable way. This is not an honorable fight over territory. This is a reckoning that comes at night. It will only end for some when either side has been ultimately crushed. There is perhaps some hope in that all the forces that move against you are not of the same mind. And just like you have brought a bit of chaos to the status quo of the Southwall District, perhaps in the chaos of the various forces arrayed against you in the dark of night, there is the path to victory. Okay. Dugan's flying back, like he's just whipping back. He is full on flight back towards Steelrose Mill. Cog, give me a perception check.
Just want to say thank you, guys, all of you, for all the points. Love the confidence. This guy needs help. Sorry. Yes, Marty?
I need a perception check from Cog to see if you see other bad things happening.
Yes, sir.
There's a ninja that just fell on the floor in front of you.
Catapults, crowds, and ninjas. Like, all right. Yeah, perception. 32.
Okay, you see them. The hobgoblin, well, we'll call them hobgoblin hitmen. They are abandoning their hiding positions along the top of the Steelrose Mill, and you can see them kind of like rappelling and climbing quickly down. And there are not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 of them that are now kind of climbing down, and you can see them entering some of the openings high up in the Steelrose Mill. They're effectively in a level that is above where all of the where Slake's workshop is.
Question.
Yep.
Are any of them wearing a particular mask? Like Night Watch mask.
From where Cog is and the distance of his dark vision, he sees a bunch of shadows going into the building, getting away from the big swarm of badness.
If one of them has a funny mask, even if it's not the Night Watch mask, we kill that one first.
All right, so enemies have now entered the building.
Perfect.
32. Cog, there's something about this building that you don't like. You do see and hear perhaps people inside of it. I'm going to draw...
Which building is it?
The one behind the skeletons.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to draw a door. You thought you saw somebody peeking out of the door, and there may have been like a lot of people in that building. There is a window that's partially covered, and you saw something go in front of the window, and it looked really big and long, and like it didn't have any limbs.
Knowledge.
Okay, on your turn, you can stop and try to do knowledge checks. Dee Dee is flying after Dugan this round. She's like, I think something's going wrong. Dugan, where are you?
I'm over here. Give up.
Come on, Sonny! All right, Taylor, I think I need to kind of switch between maps. So I'm going to go to basically stairwell and put some of the folks into the stairwell.
Capra didn't get murdered by Faye, so he is here.
Yep. I think I've got all the right people that are here.
Cog should not be here.
That's right, Cog.
Cog, Desaad should be there. Teller should be there. Not.
Okay. Uh, where's Taylor? Taylor heard like everyone in the building. What were you guys doing at the end of your downtime? So I think Amadeus is just in this corner here. He was like counting some of his treasure, trying to like figure out what he can buy next. Taylor is actually
He's writing a letter to Dee Dee about how disappointed he is it's taken this long to get his stuff done, and she took the day off to go for gallivant around in the city.
you're writing a mean letter. Oh, evil Deus.
I thought our friendship meant more to you than this.
Slake and Taylor, we'll say, are setting up like targets. They're like around the stairwell. They're like actually like setting up cans and painted targets. Like they want to practice their throwing of javelins and tossing of arrows. Capra has just come back from his run as he was running out of the. We'll say that Doss is, I don't know, chatting with Capra about what he wants to do next, and then Agony is just, I don't know, up here watching what is going on. Mistra is in the building, and she's just quietly munching on some grasses and hay that was brought in for her. All right, so Taylor, you guys basically were alerted that something was going on when something, it sounded like, hit the building, and it sounded really significant, like Dum! You're not sure where it came from. Taylor is just going to start moving back. Did you hear that?
Yeah, she draws some arrows and is moving towards someone who can cast abundant ammunition.
What was that? Mistra kind of looks up from what she was eating, and she passes some gas or something like that. Let's see here. So many tabs. I've got them all open though.
Oh no.
There was a bit of a scrape.
How's you?
Oop. Perception, Grimstone, Chronicles. Agony, Taylor, is somebody in the workshop? Says Agony.
Melted that shit down into an ingot.
That thing might be back, is what he says.
You're dumping that shit in the ocean.
Yeah, you dump that shit in the ocean. Okay, so we've got some confusion going on inside the Steelrose Mill as people are beginning to react to what is the tidal wave of death headed their way. All right, the angelic, perhaps not so angelic being that is just watching what is transpiring here is going to do a thing.
Give up?
No. She sees one of the quarry all alone. She simply falls off the edge and sort of like dives down.
Animated shit.
And at the last moment catches the wind about 30 feet above Cog. Cog, that is no angel. Her wings may have once been angelic, but they have lost all their feathers, revealing a almost transparent bat-like quality. She's got spikes on her armor, and while the token depicts a longsword, the longsword actually, I actually think it's a battle axe, and instead of lightning, it is fire. The axe head of the battle axe is flaming. Her green eyes, we'll make them red. I think they're red. Yeah, her red eyes belay the fact that she is not of this world, and she points towards you, and not one, not two, not three, but 4 rays of scorching fire
of a bitch!
come firing down at your flat-footed head.
Oh, that's a problem.
Like a big spot.
Yep. She somehow used the axe in the casting of the spell.
Okay.
All right.
So it goes without saying. Kill her. Take the axe.
This is
All right.
this is where DMs hate when players are stupidly cocky. All this raid against us.
Flat-footed?
Thanks for bringing me the treasure.
Okay.
Flat-footed, you say?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, balls.
Oh, not now, Modron. What's going on?
Modron's.
Modron's quitting?
No, Modron's like, I don't want to see them die. What are you doing, Marty?
Team.
Both names are good with her. It will be the bald spot or the color.
It's weird because I got the result. I just didn't get the.
It just worked for me.
Chat.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
AC 27, 26, 34, and 32 touch.
Yeah, they all hit.
Oh,
Can I have deflect arrow, but I'm flat-footed.
it doesn't work against rays though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, you just took 60 fire damage.
Son of a
60
bitch!
fire damage. Let's see if I'm still safe. Yeah, I'm still up.
I've come for you, Elf!
I'll deal with you later. And he coughs fire and smoke,
Okay.
burning up oil.
Sonny, what form are you in?
60 damage, eh?
Sunny
Oh,
is
boy.
in the form of a tiny bat.
Okay. Flying quickly to catch up to the Fae. The skeletons. The skeletons can see that there is some sort of activity going on, and this first cluster of skeletons that are lashed to the fiery skeletons start coming up the stairs.
Sorry, diminutive bat.
Okay.
Oh, God.
The skeletons are all trying to reach you, but they seem to be like both lashed, and then it's like the lashing is through like a metal pole about a foot long with the chain going through or the lashes going through. So they're forced to stay at a certain distance from the flaming skeleton. You can see that there are wisps of their robes that are catching fire from the flaming skeletons as they all kind of jostled up the stairs towards you. They're really like whoever tied them together isn't intending for these skeletons to be really combative. One skeleton does get up to you and it takes a claw at you for AC 14.
Now, I'm flat-footed?
Yeah.
Okay, 10. My dodge doesn't apply. My ring doesn't apply. Ring works.
Your ring works. Your wisdom.
Applies, your natural
My wisdom applies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. And my
monk
razors.
bonus applies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he misses then, yeah.
Female skeleton that looks like it's about to fall apart. It's got this really loud hat on and strangely bulky. It attacks you.
Misses you.
Yep. Cog, you see that somebody has, now that it's really close, you can see into the one that's got the fake mustache. Oh, let me...
As opposed to the other ones that have real mustaches.
Yeah. There is the dive bombing Angel of Death, and then these four are the ones with the really, really barreled chests. In fact, there is a barrel inside of their chest. It's like their rib cages have been opened.
Oh no! Oh no!
And there is is like a keg inside of each of their chests.
Oh fuck me! Run away!
Yes, I can't.
And one of them is trying to get at you, while the others are kind of dancing around the firing one, and they're trying to get at you.
Are they able to get up the stairs? Because
Yeah. The whole it took all three of their actions to get up to you, and then they had one action left, and they're trying to claw at you, and they can't because they're kind of arrayed in a weird way.
Don't worry, Ahmed. There's only 4 more pips, and you can go.
All right, those ones have jostled over. This cluster has moved around, and Cog, you think that there's somebody like issuing commands to them through a window, like you could see somebody like making the dance my marionette kind of silhouettes from this building, and they're all moving closer. You get to hear this round.
Do I think one of these explosives would take up the stairs?
I don't know what you think.
If he thinks there's just a barrel of gunpowder inside the skeleton, it would be, what, 20-foot radius? Boom?
Yeah. Which would probably take out the other skeleton, which has the other barrel in it. And the other skeleton.
That's something I think is very reasonable for him to be thinking.
Yeah. There's lots going on. And we just did the exploding keg in the last game. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. There are creatures in that building. And you get a good look at them as they are peeking out the doorway at this point.
Brought too many humans.
One of them is perhaps, or a group of them are from windows commanding perhaps the skeletons. And there are others moving around. And then Cog with his 32 actually spots something on the roof of the building.
Uh-oh. Don't look at it.
I'm sure there's got to be a spat between the specters and the mummers. Just based on gimmick infringement.
Okay. Something has climbed from the alley behind the building, kind of. You can hear this little clinking of bones, like keys, like it's rib cage. This big skeletal creature with a vaguely female and humanoid skull at the top of it, sort of looks down upon the gathering of skeletons, and in its hateful eyes look at Cog. Vengeance.
Oh yeah, we killed you.
He's hiding behind the hat.
Capra's gonna have a chat with the goddamn. What? You're supposed to clean up the mess. I told you where it was. You're supposed to go pick up the body. Next time I'm going to bring you the whole head. Instead of just a tooth, because that's all I brought last time was a fang.
Vengeance.
Okay. 14 damage as 4 magic missiles come flying out of the bone naga as it breathes out vengeance, striking Cog.
14 damage?
Yep.
How you doing, buddy?
I've got a couple of hit points left.
Oh god.
It's been a rough round for the Cogmeister.
Okay, there's still that weird sort of like squeaking, grinding sound coming down the road. You don't know what that is. Allies and neighbors. I'm going to quickly go inside the stairwell for a minute. And Capra actually hears someone talking to him. Psst.
Hey! You hear the clunk?
Psst.
Hello?
Nighthorn sends his regards. He suggests all of you get ready for battle. The forces of the gangs will be upon you, if not already.
Okay. Is this one of the pixies?
Yep.
You still have friends in the Sylvan Acres. We don't like Mr. Jitters.
Well, if those fucking red caps are on the no-fly list.
Don't worry about them. You should worry about the others. There's a whole army of people out there. Be careful. We'll talk again soon.
Oh, okay.
You still have
Shit's coming!
you still have friends in the Sylvan Acres, Capra. You are of the Sylvan Acres.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not Nighthorn's doing. He tried. He tried to protect you.
I spoke with him. Okay. Hey, you, alarm! He's like stomping, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, well, everyone's like Agony had said, like, is somebody in the forge area? Like, he heard something. Like, everyone's starting to know that all is not right. Okay, that was the Steelrose allies and neighbors. We're going to skip that one. You don't see what's going on there. Cog did not have a good enough perception check with distance to see that going on. Cog.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
I recommend the fast healing thing that you have.
Yes, you can start that. I'm going to keep that going for a while. Immediate action, 5 hit points. Tick.
You have to go push Tella down, rip out her crystal, and put yours in her body. Yoink! Slam.
We're just
Look at
gonna
the
switch for a minute.
18 strength,
I
though.
always wanted to be 18 strength. 18.
His.
Oh no, what have we done?
Okay, John.
Shut up. Healing is 40. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the. Okay, so he heals 5 hit points,
Okay.
giving him 9 hit points total.
I had you down to 4.
Oh my gosh. Hey, you got leadership, right? So where's your meat shields? I mean, followers.
I don't think there's enough time for that.
Maybe
I'm
they can,
wondering, did we roll his last hit points? Yeah, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Defensively.
Yeah, there's a single skeleton trying to claw at you. Like, you could probably dance around it. The kegs are of concern, and then this flying devil lady.
So defensively, I'm going to move into the. How far is it to get inside the mill?
It is 40 feet to the entrance, and then it's about another 40 feet to be into the stairwell.
Okay. I will. Okay, acrobatics around the skeleton. I don't want to. Defensively, acrobatics around.
Okay, the CMD of the skeleton is 14.
Okay.
He's a skeleton man. He's got like a hit die, maybe 2.
Skeleton's trying to claw at you with her.
It's close.
he's not there to hurt you. He's just here to hold something.
Yeah. No, I know.
I know. Power in every keg.
So, Cog runs into the mill.
Okay. You see,
and I jump over the dude who's on the floor. I don't want to.
Yeah. Oh no. There's still an active carpet of ticks that are greedily drinking all the blood from this guy's corpse.
Yeah, I'm just hopping over that guy.
Apparently, the swarm of this type of creature stays on creatures even though they've left the swarm.
I'm sorry. I thought it was cool at first.
You know what you did.
I know what I did.
All right. Everyone sees Cog run back in. At first, you thought it wasn't Cog because there are 4 holes through the top of his helmet that look like they are still on fire and kind of smoking. There are gashes where the holes of whatever fiery, like a bullet or something, kind of burrowed its way through, have melted parts of his shoulder, and then he's got blast marks, and he comes kind of hobbling in, and there's weird sparks, and you swear a couple of springs and tumblers kind of like spilled out of him as he came around the corner. You are in the stairwell area, Ahmed.
So that's 2 moves, right?
Did you tumble quickly, or I don't know what your speed is when
Fast.
you're tumbling.
My speed is 55.
Okay, so tumbling, your speed is 25 unless you fast tumbled.
Fast tumble. Yeah,
Sure.
So that's 2 actions to get in there? Or
Yeah.
1?
Yes, 2.
It's 2. Okay, yeah. I'm going to put some distance between me and that damn door.
Okay.
Stay away from this area. Get behind.
Okay, so
Get behind Mistra.
You run behind Mistra, and then what are you yelling as your free action this round?
We're under attack! Cling, cling, cling. That's right. We're under attack! Attack! Gears and shit are not working properly.
Nice.
There's skeletons with explosives on their chests. Capra, use fire arrows. Destroy them now. Now.
Hey, do you know we're under attack?
Summoners across the street. He's leaning back against the wall, just waiting. I can't have any actions left.
All right.
Completely surrounded, swarm above, and assassins above.
Sunny, Dee and Dugan can hear the chanting and the singing of the huge mobs of the Gainful, marching in the glory of the five-faced god and he who bestowed upon humanity thumbs so that they could work hard and be better than beasts, to be better than the scum that inhabit the Southwall
Marty,
District. Yes?
Can I spend a story point?
Sure. There are things in the darkness here that haven't been revealed because you're just seeing mobs appear.
What direction was the squeaky thing coming from?
The complete opposite direction.
Oh.
It's coming through. It is coming through.
Okay.
It's coming through basically the foreign market.
Oh, damn. Wither King's just throwing the love at me. Thank you.
All right. I will save it for when those things are closer to one another. They're coming from 185. Shit. Let me be like this.
All right, I'm gonna give Omid another fortune point because apparently they like the cog. All right. So yeah, they're singing and marching closer. You're guessing that you will arrive at the Boxfire. Crazy. Thanks for the cheer. You'll arrive basically at the Steelrose Mill before them. Like there's just a really big group, and they're milling their way throughout the tangle of the old stacks. Their singing is also awakening people, and the neighborhood's starting to wake up. On a night like this, you may find out how many allies you truly have in the neighborhood that you've basically taken over as your own.
We didn't tax them a single time.
And didn't tax them a single time.
It was good and prosperous. And
Desaad.
We helped them.
Desaad.
Desaad's going to take out those scrolls. All right, start bringing these puppies up.
What are you doing, Das?
Yeah. So, Cog's got springs in a knot. Okay. See them scrolls.
Do
See
you
them.
have times like mass time stop so we can get bumps up?
Okay. Desaad's going to damn it. The door is out here, right? Takes oh god. How long is it gonna take to get over there? That's 2 moves for me, and then oh my god. That's far. Hey Capra, get your arrows ready, bud. You're gonna have a shitstorm here.
There's something in the workshop, says Hegany.
I'll deal with up there, you deal with down there, all right?
Oh, I think we should be like all kind of in one spot.
All right.
I think it's the time to be
Bottleneck them.
Sunny, Dugan, Schmurf, and Dee have a decision to make. as you guys are flying over effectively the neighborhood directly to your north, which is called the Crow's Nest, who's dominated by the executioners, you see a strange group of people carrying torches surrounding an open wagon upon which there is a large guillotine, and there are groups of very heavily armored men with robes and executioners' hoods that are headed your way. I'm going to reveal on the Old Stacks map what you are seeing. You're seeing a veritable mob, which we're going to call the judge and jury, with 2 ox pulling a cart. The cart has a guillotine in it. Both Dugan Schmurf and Dee Dee off of the moonlight recognize the glint of cold iron in the guillotine. And the guillotine, although the picture only shows one hole, it has a large hole, a small hole, and a really wee hole.
Like freshly drilled for a blue guy, maybe?
It could house many sizes of creatures in the thing. You've heard of this thing before, Dugan Schmurf. It's called the Phalord's Justice. There is a giant amongst them that is moving there. It has a really large wicked axe, and there's a veritable mob of people that are surrounding the uncovered wagon.
So, Marty.
Yes.
If I was to describe the wagon wheel, if I was to describe the wagon, or if I was to describe that big, mainly wooden weapon of destruction, what size categories would I give these objects respectively?
The wagon is huge. It is made mostly of wood, and the guillotine is a large machine.
So I'm a druid, and I have warp wood on tap just all the time because I'm a druid, and warp wood is a good spell. So I think my decision is to fuck with these people. And then fly away.
You have no way to communicate to the 2 Fae, so I don't know. Like this, you guys are all kind of flying in a little V formation for victory, and you're flapping hard to get by. They're also going to not beat you to the mill unless you guys divert attention to go down there. Oh no, that's not good, Dugan. That's not good.
Oh, but fuck! I know what that thing is.
You can see that this group has man catchers, nets, ropes, and all sorts of there's at least 20, maybe 30 of them all surrounding the wagon. This thing may operate as a group with the guillotine.
Mark, love you, buddy.
Oh no, this one's me.
No. The addition of groups, like troops.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Thing.
And then there are some like roving groups of brute squads, and then there's this big thing, like this big ogre with an axe, and they're slowly moving their way with determination towards the mill. Okay, I don't know if Dee Dee and Dugan are making plans, but that was the executioners and the judge and jury. The gainful militant is just a squad inside that mob. They will get there in a number of rounds. I'm going to put A's for arrival. Construct hunters. Ah, yeah, hob archers. Okay.
Holy crap.
So the menace saw one of their dudes fall. They're going to go camp over here.
They're just going to wait for us to come running outside and destroy us with arrows. Awesome.
They are going to Kurosawa us. They're going to Kurosawa us real good.
There may have been a little bit of hop in their step, too, as they don't quite understand what the creaking and rolling and grinding sound coming from their rear is.
Clearly, it's back up.
The resplendent engine of destruction continues its rolling forward. And I'm going to have its arrival.
How many DM points would it take for there to be Michigan roads here?
I would allow you to spend a DM point to add a D6 to its arrival time.
The roads suck. Those taxes ain't going
DM
nowhere.
points spent. Take it from
All right.
any one of us.
All right, I'm gonna, because Adam asked, I'm gonna tick off one of his DM points, and go ahead and roll that D6, because otherwise they arrive when all the other gangs arrive.
Big money. 2 is better than 0.
Okay, so they're gonna arrive there. The horrid swarm, it's following the Hob hitmen into the building.
It's not very smart.
Nope.
Oh, good. Hey, look, and he's bringing the thing to us. Oh, God. Do we have a Swarmbane amulet?
The catapult and crew
Fireball.
are starting to reload the catapult.
Where's the catapult and crew?
Cog, you knew that there was a sound of the catapult and crew. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Was somewhere on the other side of Granimir's shop. Like you had heard the wathunk from the catapult.
Was it firing in an arc?
Yep, it was firing in an arc. Like it was going over these buildings
it
and
doesn't have a line of sight.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Gainful exercise. They're arriving at that point. Syndicate operative. The executioner brute squad.
I was like, Capra sucks. He rolled a 1.
Yeah, Capra, Agony, Amadeus, and Slake rolled 1, 3, 2, and 1 on their initiatives. At least they're
awesome.
all together. Capra, Agony, Amadeus. What are you guys doing?
Capra.
Oh, this is good. Fuck. Fuck everything. Capra's going to cast a Good Hope on a group of us. Because +2 to all the things is probably going to be useful.
How many people and how far away?
Give me a second. I'm having a stupid. There we go. They moved.
Yeah, I cast and moved. Sod.
You know what? We're kind of not clustered. We are going to drink our mutagen for now.
Okay, Agony basically takes out his Raven's Beak, casts mage armor. I think that's it. Amadeus
Grabs his gear. The impudence of these people. They need to be taught a lesson.
Oh yeah, we want from the high ground. The high ground.
Yes, that's exactly where I plan to throw them from.
That's perfect.
And he goes into his stance.
Okay. Slake is going to go into his Boulay style stance. He's going to take out his buckler. He doesn't really know how much danger you guys are in at this point in time.
How bad can it be if you guys outside? This fight will be okay.
Which way? People in there. If they're fucking around in my fucking... Yeah, he's angry that...
There is hundreds of them. There is hundreds.
He stanced and single moved up. He's interested in seeing who's fucking around in his workshop.
Stuck in the furnace right now.
Yep.
Prepare yourselves.
All of you in the stairwell hear the low, hostile hiss of the lizard that lives in the basement, and something really squishy, kind of like.
I hope that's you taking the shit. Let's not take a shit.
All right.
Kill him!
Yeah, there's some sort of movement in the basement, and your lizard isn't liking it too much. This thing rolled a -1 on its initiative. Dugenschmerf, you're flying like we'll say kind of at stack height. You're like 80 feet above the executioner gang and this big judge and jury.
So I can
thing
see the
outside.
executioner gang. I don't know about the catapult.
No,
There's something that made a cone sound.
Yeah.
Lots of shit's happening.
Yeah. All right, Dee Dee, you go ahead, warn the others. I'll see if I can slow these ones down.
okay.
He's gonna stay, maybe like just 30 feet up from. Do they have ranged weapons?
Yeah, let me have a look here.
Are they relying on the? We're going to grab them and throw them in our murder machine.
Beefers. Look at those beefers.
They have bows.
Yeah, I'm betting it's not their best. I'll take my chances.
We'll say no. They're more like mechanically inclined than that. They're humans. They've got crossbows.
Crossbows.
Yeah.
Right. Change my halo as I turn visible. I'm going to shoot the judge.
Okay, so you kind of pick out a single guy. Yeah, he seems to be the one sort of like egging them on and moving them forward, and he's pacing back and forth in the space that the uncovered wagon affords.
Oh fuck! I got everything opened up on the wrong sheet. Hang on. This one's right. Dugan at this level has a plus 18. Visibles plus 2. Point blank shot. AC 28.
Yeah,
Flat-footed.
think that hits him. He is sneak
Flat-footed. I hope so.
Yeah, he's sneak attackable for sure.
Oh, good.
There should be bonuses to sneak attacking him because his hood eye holes are not in the right spot. His mom made his Halloween costume.
Okay, you attack the guy with a whip.
Okay. Maybe.
Oh yeah, he's there for morale. Flat-footed AC 11. He's not even wearing armor.
It's because he can't see.
Plus 13. Right.
He can only see stuff below him.
So he takes 47 points of damage.
Oh, I'm gonna paste something in here because it's pretty funny.
Boom. Oh, he's having a bad day. He's like, oh, I should.
Bam! What did you send flying his way?
Oh, you know what? It's like the candy corn he was eating at the, at the
I think this is shotgun hole in his chest. He touches it. There's a bunch of fresh blood that begins to spread across his chest. Oh, the executioner gang all goes nuts. They're all pointing. Get him! You're
welcome. You're welcome.
They're all. You're about 30 feet down, right? Or off the ground.
Off the ground, yeah.
Okay. The Menace hit squad are going to go running into.
Run towards the gainful exercise with this war.
No, these are the guys that entered the building.
Yeah, I know they're good. Wow, yeah.
I'm going to go to
That is a good tactic, though. Get the swarm to follow you. Follow them right through all the...
I'm going to go to the furnace. They are running along this catwalk in the furnace area.
Oh, here we go.
And while they want to hide, that swarm
Does not care.
It does not care, so they're quickly trying to get away. They're also a little bit hesitant to go down into the smithy because of something that's rooting around Slake's area. Something that was not seen. That's been up there for a little bit. I'm going to grab its token from outside. As there is a figure, a dwarven figure, doing something weird with a bunch of scraps of adamantine.
Weird.
What? Oh.
Where is this?
Oh.
Which map should I be on?
Furnace.
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 So they're the hitmen hobgoblins that are all running along this walkway as they entered the building up high. And then there's something down in Slake's area that seems to be jamming. Well, it's just finished jamming a large jagged spike of adamantine into its arm, and it's sticking out like a knife. And now it seems to be working on putting big, jagged, curly pieces of adamantine into the ends of its fingers.
Maybe we should have been more polite with its corpse.
Perhaps.
We could have remembered his name. It's that dwarf guy that Belichick liked. And Belichick's dwarf.
And Foxfire's villain point has been spent. All right. Bone
All
Naga.
the chickens coming home to roost.
Let's go back outside. The Bone Naga, who's got a bone to pick with the party.
Oh, boo. Fucking boo on that one.
She is going
Come
to
on.
she's going to move to here, and she's going to ready a fireball for when the skeletons get inside the building.
We get XP for the skeletons.
Dewdrop is flying ahead, although she's, are you sure?
Fucking go!
Okay. Taylor, Ahmed?
To follow. Yeah, Tella's she's gonna run over to Cog.
Okay. Yeah, she runs. Okay.
Sorry, wrong map.
Single move to get behind Cog and Mistra.
She gets to Cog. She's going to do the. If somebody does the repair on you.
Yep. The DC it continues to get higher because it's more and more difficult to do fast repairs on.
Got it. So it's on that construct.
Yep.
And it's a standard action, and hers.
Her clockwork, craft clockwork is the skill you want to roll, and she's using a patch kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll use one of Cog's. So she runs over, standard action, do that, and then standard action, she's taking a potion out of his pocket.
Sure.
The potion is abundant ammunition.
Give me the patchwork check.
Yep. There you go.
She succeeds, so you get your level and hit points.
It's 2, right? I thought it was 2. It's 2 amount of healing is 2 hit points per character level.
Okay, go nuts. Mistra.
Mistra goes and is defensive and is all like stomping in a circle.
Okay. The hateful revenant is now working on its hand and making claws out of adamantine shards. The Erigne of execution.
That's the thing.
I just need to drink my fucking potions.
courtesy of the harbor masters. Looks down at the skeletons. It may not.
I'm going to keep pointing at the thing and going, I have no idea where that came from.
It looks down at forces that are not of concern to her. And Cog, you just showed her how to get in.
Yeah, whatever.
Shit.
So her fly is at 40. So she swoops down. One move there. She looks down at the ticks that are busily eating away at the hob hitman.
Does she touch them, maybe?
And then
she touches the ticks?
she sees that there's a big enclosure. She can hear with her crazy perception that there are people moving around. I think that hiding here, kind of off to the side where Agony started off the campaign, kind of lurking. She finishes a double move. She kind of dekes into the side and then begins the first of 3 actions to summon.
Better be XP level, XP worthy.
There's XP for days. Just don't die.
Sunny.
Yeah, first round.
Sunny. That thing does. Sunny is little bat. I don't want.
You see Dugan basically stop in front of this whole thing and bam! He like picked out the leader and they're all going nuts. It looks like there are at least 40 men that are going to try to like fire at him and throw nets towards him and that sort of thing.
So
I do have the
Sunny
bat token.
has a 90-foot fly speed.
Okay.
So he's going to fly 50 feet over the wagon, 45 feet over the wagon.
Okay.
He's going to cast Warp Wood to warp the Feylord's Justice and the 4 wagon wheels. No, the wagon's fine, just the wheels and then the guillotine.
The wheels and the guillotine, okay? If something is non-magical, does it get a save?
No.
Okay, the uncovered wagon has ground to a halt. It actually landed on a couple of people. I'm going to say give me 2d6 damage.
4.
Okay, so the troop of executioners have 4 damage.
Squeak.
You like ran over somebody's foot and bumped into a bunch of people. Some of them fall over a little bit. And then is there a save for a magic item?
Yes, they get a save.
Okay. The Feylord's Justice is a +1 cold iron guillotine.
Well, you have fun and make.
So it's a 3rd level character, so it's got a +2 on its save, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's half cash level, but yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It gets an 8.
Okay, well, that thing's fucked.
All right, so I'm just gonna give it like an incapacitated. Like it's still a thing, but it is not. It is not. It is not functional anymore. The blade will not go up and down into its slot.
Oh yeah! Behold the might of Dugan
We're so fucked.
There's a bunch of yelling and cursing and they're blaming the Fae, and you could see that you've screwed up their plans.
Okay.
Good.
Behold the Dugan Smurf, because the Sunny Smurf is going to fly away. More problems to solve.
Okay.
Oh, it's good to prepare Warp Wood. Oh, it's a good spell.
The controlled Totentanz skeletons. Move to here.
I don't know why, but every time they start moving, I hear the Nutcracker waltz.
I do have some Totentanz music. We can't play it, but I can definitely give you links so you guys can play it on your own computers. Let me grab that now.
Watching Conan the Barbarian, I missed playing D&D in Joe's basement. Because we'd have Conan the Barbarian soundtrack in the background.
Yeah, I remember
for
that.
10 hours at a time.
We actually got at our place. We got sick of the Lord of the Rings one after like 2 months. Like, all right, something else, fuck.
Conan is timeless.
Go home, Marty. You're drunk. Where did I put those?
Oh well.
Hey, thanks to the current situation, you're already home.
No, I must have looked it up and not
Saved it.
saved the link. If you look up Totentance, there is a song called Requiem, maybe Dance of the Dead. There is some creepy music out there. I couldn't find anything that was commercial free, but all right. Yeah, let's see. If we were smart, so that was one move, and then two moves. They end up kind of in a line as they're going into the. They were going to attack the Arinias, but they were commanded to keep on moving. So
I'm hoping
two moves and three moves. So I think this first group of Totentance skeletons were commanded inside. I'm going to bring them into the stairwell. They've just emerged.
Hey, Dee would like those things.
The Crypt Garden Mummers, they're commanding the undead, and they're just waiting. The War Golem, you don't know about that. The Steelrose allies and neighbors are starting to wake up. You've already seen one of the allies. There's a pixie flying around that warned you bad things were coming. The forces of corruption are waiting. The Gangle creatures are waiting. Cog.
Cog's going to try to repair himself. Because this is bullshit. Hey, Cog, game started, huh?
Yeah, they tried to murder the one PC that was alone.
Okay, so he's going to craft.
Not only was it boom headshot, it was boom like boom headshot, boom headshot, boom headshot.
So
boom,
I can.
headshot.
It's going to increase by 2 for every.
No, I think it increases by 5.
Oh, is it 5? Yeah, plus 5 per use, increase per use in 24 hours. Right. So the DC for this is 10 plus my level, which is 18.
Yep. So it's now
it's 23.
DC 23, as you're basically trying to quick repair yourself.
It's a standard action, right?
I think it's a full round.
You made it.
We didn't say what movement. That's fine. It's same thing as a heal. So yeah, it's standard action. It's fine. Take off one of your patch kit uses, and you heal yourself for another 2 hit points per character level.
16.
And you're like, yeah, that goes in there, and you're like spinning some bolts back in.
Standard action. Okay, so it's okay. So I'll drink. I'll pull out a potion. So two to heal.
You as part of the.
Yeah.
Sorry. 2 to heal. I'm taking out a potion.
Okay, the gainful exercise is continuing their march victoriously through the streets, singing to the praise of the five-faced god, and to their hatred of the abominations created by corrupt men. Dasad.
How you doing there, buddy?
I can go?
Yeah, he's at the end of the round. He's gonna.
Oh, that's right. He's just. Okay, so Dasad's going to cast shield on himself.
Okay.
And actually, no, not shield. He's going to cast see invisibility. Yeah, shield for now. Shield and let's yeah, he's gonna like take the front. Go ahead. Yeah, I got your back.
Okay.
He's got his the scythe.
Scythe. Okay.
Yeah.
The judge and jury. Well, that one guy. He's gonna probably down a potion or something. He has 2 actions, so he
Pulls out a potion.
pulls out a potion.
Maybe takes a seat for cover or something like that.
I think he's gonna sit down, like he kind of like, and he's grasping for a potion. The jury, however, you've whipped them up into anger. You're 30 feet away, which I think is within ranges of nets and bolas at a range penalty. Let's see.
Friggin' DM point wind just whips him back.
Do bolas work against diminutive things?
Because they're about the size of, like, basically they should be lethal weapons too.
Yep.
Something that's small.
So they need to throw like butterfly nets.
Exactly. It's, you know.
Okay, yeah, they're basically throwing things at you. If you were bigger, they would be the types of things that can stop you. They still hurt when they hit you, and effectively, there are so many projectiles being thrown at Dugenschmurf that you need to make a reflex save to avoid the damage. Wither!
Oh, that's the best one. Hyper cheese.
Crap, 19.
19, okay.
Does that make it or?
Nope, you take 5 damage minus your DR.
Okay, so no actual damage so far.
Okay, so you got clocked by a bola, but one of the big balls kind of grazed you and didn't get through your thick skin.
I got 4 temporary hit points. I got a little force field that acts as temporary hit points. So I'm like, Harry!
All right, yeah, this is them trying to get the wagon on. They're not quite realizing that the wagon's all screwed up, and Phalord's justice is all messed up, and they're trying to recover from a bewildering attacks of wizards. So that was the judge and jury, the gainful militant, the construct hunters. They are on their glorious march to victory. The hob archers don't have targets. The resplendent engine of destruction continues its
Use the term inexorable march.
Yeah, it's more of a inexorable
roll
drive towards your towards the Steelrose Mill. The horrid swarm had entered the building and is attacking
The ninjas.
One of the ninjas. Yep. Apparently they didn't coordinate too well, or it's hard to aim a catapult like where they're
full of a mindless swarm.
Right. Let's go back to the furnace area. Yeah, one of these ninjas is getting attacked by the horrible swarm, the horrid blood-sucking swarm in the furnace area. You guys can hear screaming. Look at me!
Oh, God.
So Capra, we got a tick infestation.
Yeah, this is a freaking problem.
Catapult and crew spend their second round of reloading the catapult. Jeremiah Smith, singing with all the rest of his brethren who have bravely signed up in this march of extermination. His voice rings loud and clear. He bestows upon his brethren the graces of a bard song.
Oh no.
Where is this guy?
Dugan, you're too low at this point in time to know. You just can hear very holy and uppity singing coming coming from the torch and pitchfork mob of religious folk from the flour mill. The executioner brute squads, well, they don't like what they see. 4 individuals apiece. Let me just see if they have any missile weapons. You ruined their fun.
Being beheaded's not fun. I'm
All right.
sorry.
Depends who's,
This
perspective.
is the ultimate Sunny solution to a problem. They can't have fun. Nobody has to die.
Okay.
I fly away into the darkness.
There are 8 of them that are firing their bows at the little bat that casts spells on the.
Okay.
No 20s, that's good.
AC 23.
So this is where. Give me a moment. I have not calculated Sunny's AC.
Start doing that shit, boys.
They just say fairies, and they all switch to their bows. And
Sunny's AC in tiny bat form is 13, 16, 20.
okay, so 1 arrow found its mark and did 4 damage. It grazed the end of your wing.
Save me!
Save me.
Oh, I had a mage armor up when I went to the thing because it lasts for 8 hours.
Yep.
So that would have been another 4 on top, so 24.
Missed by 1, so you take no damage. An arrow kind of grazes your mage armor and makes a little flash when you're convinced there's a fairy up there. And then these 4 also took out their bows. They're going to fire at Dugan Schmurf.
It's good to be teeny meeny.
Yes.
You see 18, 24, 8, and 12. So
They're all misses.
Okay, so you dance amongst their arrows. Capra, Agony, and Amadeus.
So it would be really good to have like some more buffing, but there's problems.
You know what? I'm gonna move the ogre up just so it can go at the same time as the brute squad.
Okay.
Just
sure.
so we don't have to switch between the 2 maps.
Sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It synced its initiative.
Yep. All right, the ogre first. The ogre.
Oh god. Get Dugan. He's the one who's cocky. He's talking all that shit.
But that warped your wagon.
He said something about your mom. He did.
Oh, okay, so the ogre strides forward, pulls out a javelin, and is going to attack. 1 is Dugan, 2 is Sunny. 1 is Dugan.
You talk shit.
The javelin hits AC 27.
You miss.
There would have been bad kebab.
Oh, that was fucking close.
All right, now it's Capra, Agony, Amadeus, Slake. There's a bunch of killers inside of the Steelrose Mill.
All right.
It's time to fuck shit up, boys.
Okay, so
You guys can see the burning skeleton and the weird robe skeletons. Some of them are starting to catch fire because they kind of had to cluster a little bit closer together. as they were
Shoot them,
going through.
Capra. Fire.
so the good opening is no 2 of which more than 30 feet apart. So
You can get this whole cluster.
I can get the whole North crew. So we're gonna good hope the North crew,
Okay.
which is +2 to all the things, including skills and saving throws,
Yeah.
hit and damage.
I don't think you get
favorite
Slake
spell.
with that. Yeah.
I don't get Slake. What?
You don't get slick.
I don't think
Oh, 'cause
Slake
he doesn't
takes,
want it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I think it's willing only.
Yeah.
I mean, it's will negates harmless.
Nope.
Okay. All right, and he's going to fire 2 arrows at the one in the middle.
The flaming skeleton?
I want it to blow up way over there if it blows up.
Okay. AC 16 -2 because it's lashed to a bunch of people that are not moving in sync with it. So AC 14.
No, shoot the round ones. The round ones.
That's the one we're shooting for. All right, and we're gonna just lay into her with. I think we're just gonna shoot regular arrows, and after the first one, I'll see what happens to see where the rapid shot arrow goes.
Okay.
Sure.
There's a chance it might be this fucking crater of a building. All right. Okay. Plus 22 to hit. AC 35.
Yeah, you strike it right in the middle of its nose area.
Flaming work.
Fire does not work on this thing.
What about frost and acid?
It's a skeleton, so actually this particular skeleton, it takes time and a half from cold.
Okay.
And acid also works.
So
it does have DR5 bludgeoning, though.
It does have DR5 bludgeoning? Okay. So plus 2d6, and then plus 4 minus 10, so 34 damage, and then 10 cold, so 44 damage.
When you destroy the skeleton's head, the skeleton itself explodes into a burst of flames, which then
there's a lady in the doorway. Does it blow up her?
yeah. It then blows up the skeletons that are next to it, and the kegs inside of them.
Oh, they're the ones with the skeletons. Oh, they're the ones with the kegs. Oh god.
Then blow up very violently, and basically you have 4 explosions. The first one from the fiery skeleton, and then 4 from the kegs that were rigged to explode around it. And there is a horrible amount of explosion and destruction at the opening to your the Steelrose Mill. I'm going to roll 4 fort saves for the ground around the Steelrose Mill. You may have made a big pit
or a rusty building.
Yep.
We've made
a one.
So there is now nothing left of those skeletons.
Lo in the hole.
There's just
Did
a
that
horrible.
propagate out the other skeletons behind?
They were not all sent in at the same time.
The power of archery.
That basically did 20d6 plus 2d6. It did 80 points of fire damage to the front entrance.
It was the lady that's trying to bring bad things. I think Adam thinks she might be immune to this, but was she caught in that?
No, she's 40 feet down the tunnel that leads outside. There's just now like a bit of a hole. You could step around the hole, but there is where the skeletons once were a 5-foot radius hole leading down into some wreckage.
So now we lure the rest of them in, make them fall down the hole.
Slime is down there.
Yeah, and then blow them all up.
The slimy thing from Capra's position, can he see the slimy thing?
No, but you can hear some weird juicing sound, like a bunch of like flowing juices, and some hisses of pain from the lizard down in the basement.
So is it darkness that's the problem, or is it line of sight?
It's line of sight. It's somewhere underneath the stairwell here.
Okay, I'm going to...
It's definitely the spot where you only sort of jury-rigged a cover into the sewer because it was convenient to go down into the sewer and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I will not fire, like the rapid arrow, I'm just going to not loose. I'll save it because I might go through my arrows.
Agony, definitely for Agony's style, does not have enough spells up, so he's going to cast shield.
Fine choice.
Yep.
My choice.
And
He had shield, good hope as well.
he does have a
He's
good hope.
Okay, it's on his list.
And then he's going to angle his way to the other side of the door so he can kind of threaten. And then somebody else could actually still stand in front as well if they wanted. Positioning. Amadeus and Slake.
I honestly don't know.
Drink a thing.
Yeah, I guess he'll drink a potion of mage armor.
Momo,
Good
thanks
call.
for the follow.
Good
Welcome
call,
to the
Mage
channel.
Armor.
This is the climactic end of the chapter of this particular campaign.
This
Yeah.
fight will last
Welcome to our death.
4 sessions.
There is a gigantic group of gangs that have all brought their power to bear against these upstarts in the old stacks.
In the words of William Dafoe, there was a firefight.
Yes, indeed. Amadeus, what are you doing, Mark?
He downed a mage armor.
Okay, Slake he moves to the edge here and kind of goes wandering in. What the? Holy fuck! And you. The fuck? And he's actually going to back out. He goes wandering into the. Oh, there's a lot of things coming this way. And he backs out around the corner, so he moved in, saw what was going on, moved back out, and I think he's unstrapping his buckler.
We're going to need a bigger shield.
What's that?
We're going to need a bigger shield.
Yep. Effectively, the creature in the basement has killed your lizard.
That was quick.
You hear what sounds like gallons of liquid and then hissing sounds, and then the lizard stops making its hissing noise as some sort of like fire hose of squirty acid spray just melted your lizard.
So maybe it won't be hungry now. It was a big lizard.
Yeah, Slake recently perfected his new mithril armor, and then he didn't like how shiny it was, so he kind of like scuffed it all up. That is Slake's new token as of a couple games ago. All right, we'll call that the maggoty slug in the basement.
Gog still has a stupid head, if you're wondering.
Dugenschmurth, who has decided not to continue his movement back towards the mill, is tangling with the executioners.
Okay, I think he is.
Back, man, we need you. Go back.
Hang on.
This guy, do you think Dugan is going to be a guy who's like, he's got 1 hit point left, I'm just going to let him live?
He's just the leader.
Yeah, well, this guy who you almost killed with your candied corn, he's lying down. You can see he's trying to get a potion out. He's trying to unstop the potion. He's weakly points up at you, and he's trying to drink.
After he unstoppers the potion,
yep,
he uses the stopper to hit him again.
The stopper looks up. He sort of looks at it. Huh?
And just baff in the head.
Wham! Telekinetic force going into this guy. This is a range attack, and he's sitting down, so his AC of 13 becomes 17.
Plus 19. See 30.
I think you're killing the guy with a cork.
Yep.
There is a Saturday Night Live skit that I want to do now, but I don't think it's appropriate. We're just going to
34 damage.
Giggle about corks for a second.
34 damage. Okay, so he was at 0 hit points. You blast the cork through his left eye and back out of his head, and you kill the judge.
Oh, that's how the champagne flows, I guess. It just flies away. But up and away. 50 feet. That's 25.
Okay.
25.
The Menace Hit Squad. Okay, they're not stopping. I think they're gonna start hopping down into the room. As the opening salvo may have been surgical from the devil, but the best laid plans are ruined when they come into the contact with the enemy. As
Enemies.
Yeah, exactly. As their plan to set up shop right outside your place and try to capture you guys and stick you into the Phalor's justice, that plan was ruined. Other plans have ruined, sneaking into the place to slit some of your throats in the cover of night. That was ruined by the barrel, and then some. Let's go back to the furnace. There's that one hitman who is dying, as 4 others are now coming out. Into the stairwell.
Oh, shit.
You can hear them, you just can't see them. As they swift actioned invisibility, hop down, and are beginning to move out.
Slate, can you smell something? Punch the smell.
And they're trying to move away from the horrible buzzing and clicking noise. The sucking.
Is there a door there?
Oh no, it's just like a doorway that leads into Cog and Slake's workshop.
Breathe fire, agony.
Yeah, you can hear people coming. Like they're like, oh, there they are.
Nobody has seen visibility up.
All right, the Crypt Garden Bone Naga is going to ready her action for the fireball. Dewdrop has returned to the vicinity of the Steelrose Mill.
Ow!
She's kind of flying around up here.
She's gonna need more sleepers.
Oh, sugar burgers! What's that noise down there? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. 1001 fake odds.
Oh,
If you could, more than 50% of you be with us on this eve. We'll make it up. We'll make it up to you. Oh, there's lots of people. There's gonna be a lot of death. These are bad people. They're gonna get what's coming to them.
Taylor.
That's it, Didi. Join me in the dark side.
Doesn't mean she likes it. She knows that if those people start going into the stairwell with the likes of Evil Deus, Capra, Desaad, Slake, Agony, even Cog and Taylor, there's going to be a lot of death. Speaking of which, Taylor.
All right, she puts the potion of abundant ammunition
Onto herself?
On the quiver.
Okay, what kind of arrow?
I think she just has standard arrows. Let me just check.
Okay.
She's gonna so she had it. She pours it. She's gonna move, and she can't see anybody. She's gonna try to get into. Yeah, let's try to get to. Screw it. Just stay right there and see if she can fire off something. Yep.
Okay, so she stays there. Mister remains defensive. The hateful revenant. Where are you, Slake? It's speaking in Dwarven. I have something for you. The fucking dwarf is back. It's like, I think he put on his armor. Slake had been carrying around the dude's armor for a while, so yeah, this creature had snuck in and put on its old armor.
Which dwarf?
The fucking I don't remember his name. The one that
Belichick's dwarf?
Belichick's dwarf. Yeah, that corpse.
Belichick's dead. Hey, Belichick's dead. You can fuck off already.
And you can hear this thump 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 of like the dwarven footfalls running towards.
We're kidding. He's fine. No, seriously, he's waiting for you back at the base.
All right. Move, move, move! You can hear the hobs in Goblin saying, move, move, move! As they're all sort of in the little hallway. And this dwarf, thankfully for dwarven speed, he's not out yet, but he's kind of at the end of this line of creatures. And there's still one hob in there that is screaming as he's being eaten by the swarm. The Araignée of Executions finishes her full round summoning with an action to spare. Now, this is not guaranteed. There is a
luck be on her side.
There is a 60% chance that she can summon 3 lesser Araignées.
You can't do it.
60 or under.
Give up.
92.
The hells do not listen to your begging. Go up there and go home. In fact, go home.
So you can just do this at will.
Perhaps the Fey gods were on your side, and given that the Fey are generally diametrically opposed to the forces of hell, a tiny, tiny little Fey moth, like it's almost a creature that it's technically Fey, but it's so dumb that it's like considered vermin, flew up her nostril as she was trying to snort out the spell, and she ended up sneezing instead because the moth had a bunch of like Fey pixie dust on it. With her single action left, she begins to stride down the hallway and is going to hide at the edge of the opening.
How hidey is she?
We're going to see. I'm going to grab her token from outside as the Angel of Death has entered the building.
I would like to introduce myself to her before she introduces
Archers!
me.
Volley!
All right, and her stealth...
On mediocre.
30 plus distance
Come on, underestimate us.
is 38 to where Capra is standing, 36 to where Cog is standing, and I'll give you guys a perk. You
Nope.
don't
Can't
see her.
shit.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Sunny. Dugan, and Sunny still have a round of running back to the...
Would a 25 have caught it?
Nope.
No.
No.
Oh, it's way up there? Okay.
It's the DC was 30 plus distance.
Oh, some bit. All right, yeah. Never mind.
Sunny, you are now the only real target that they can see. They are like lit...
Sunny has a 90-foot fly speed.
Yep.
He's going to fly past Dugan on the way back.
Okay, so basically they are carrying torches. Most of them are humans in that group, and they are wearing these stupid hoods, so you fly into the darkness, basically.
Why the fuck? I did my job. I
All right,
don't want to be there no more.
This fucking troop may have to change its tactics. That's fine. The skeletons.
Fuck, guys, turning back? Yeah, turning back.
They saw the angel go in there. I think they're going to hold the skeletons for now, but they are going to position a group of skeletons right at the entrance.
Hold on, she's stealth, though. They can't see her.
Well, but they saw her walk in.
Yep.
They don't know what she is.
They're going to hold back this group, I think, in reserve.
It'd be awesome if you just throw her head out. Who's next?
The War Golem is riding the back of the resplendent engine of destruction and has not activated yet.
The what? With the who?
The War
Yeah, it's
Golem.
all good.
allies and neighbors. I don't think the
Stress eating time.
half dozen or dozen or so people that follow Cog directly are going to attack the mob of 200 to 300.
Maybe they could just, stop them and they can have a friendly debate about the pros and cons.
Free cookies.
And then people are awakening to this insanity. You could see a light. Well, actually, nobody. Dee Dee sees a light. So you see a light turning on in Granimir's shop.
It's going to be quickly followed by shutters closing.
Light turning off.
Yeah.
Sonny, as you're flying closer, you get a bad feeling. This feeling is the same feeling that you had when you were digging around in Ankeg-infested tunnels. The forces of corruption are here.
Oh, that's no good.
Not him in mass, but pieces of him are here.
Goddamn tick swarms.
You're getting just in the direction you're going, which is basically this direction somewhere. There are corruption. There is corruption. Cog, what are you doing?
Cog's gonna try to heal his damage. Actually, no, he drinks, and then he's trying to heal himself. So it was 20. It was 18, 23, 28 now. Right on. Heals another.
Just wrenching things back in and putting patches back in, and you're like, do you have a size 3 bolt? Yep.
Well, I'm at 25. I'm at 11 damage.
Yep.
You've done amazing work.
Yeah, from 74.
Like I said, or
What are you keeping track of the DC?
Yeah, it was 28. So
just because I have a feeling this fight's going to carry over sessions. Put the DC on your token, please.
Yeah, DC.
All right, is that all you're doing this round? Repair.
I drank my mutagen and repaired myself.
Okay.
It's a standard, so it's
two actions.
2 actions. Yeah.
1 action left.
No, I drank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Desaad.
Desaad's gonna cast See Invisibility.
Okay.
He's gonna go up there and say, "Oh, agony, breathe."
Yeah, you could see the first of these guys is actually standing kind of out here. Let me rearrange them. They're sort of like this. This one is all the way out, and if you moved over, would actually be in a flank with agony.
So I was. What color was I think I had to move to get into there.
Yep, it is a very strong looking hob male. He's dressed in lighter clothing. He's got a kukri in hand.
Agony, they're right in front of you, buddy. I move defensively up to him.
Okay.
Just breathe down the hallway.
He reacts to being in melee.
Big scythe coming down.
Although he seems to be quite adept at the first level of Uncanny Dodge. You can still be flanked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The judge and jury. They're all swarming around their cart. You've confused them as to what to do next.
We killed their plan and then killed their leader, so it's
Yeah.
gotta have an election first.
Yeah, there's now they're trying to make the cart go forward. It's all fucking up, and this mob is basically like trying to figure out what to do. They're trying to push the cart and trying to see if Phalord's justice can work, and it's not. And they're kind of held up a little bit. The gainful militant, however, are continuing their march, along with the construct hunters that are hidden amongst their ranks. The hob archers are waiting for there to be targets. They may move into a different position, as they do not like the sounds coming behind them. A bunch of archers kind of shuffling throughout the streets, and they're going to shuffle